Hey guys, I'm Boss Gaming, and today we're doing something a bit different. I missed an episode of Series Saturdays, so instead of uploading a Series Sundays episode, which I haven't done for a long time, and I'm very proud of that, even though I still missed one, so it kind of defeats the object. But we're gonna do something different today. We're gonna do we're gonna have a look through the evolution of Series Saturdays, because I've just started a brand new one last week, and then it clicked with me that this is my 10th series that we've ever done on the channel, and that is amazing to me. So what we're gonna do, actually I forgot to plug my headphones in for this, but we're gonna have a brief look at the first episode and maybe a few other episodes in the series of each series, and relive some of the memories of the Boss Gaming channel. So of course, those of you who've been with me from the start know that my first Series Saturdays, I thought this was the best idea ever to do Series Saturdays. It was a really catchy name. Oh my god, I'm all burpy. Really catchy name. And this was my first logo. This was my first thumbnail that I ever did for Series Saturdays. And it was Game Dev Tycoon. So let's jump in. I hope you're all ready for the terrible sound quality that's about to occur. Oh god. Oh, come on.
Welcome all.
Oh, first of all, oh no, what was that intro? What was I doing? Welcome on all. Oh god. I just cringed myself into oblivion a little bit. Oh, I don't even want to watch the rest of it.
Today we are playing
The audio
Game
quality.
Dev Tycoon. I completely forgot the name even though it was right in front of me. Good start. And this, I feel like I need to put up a series, a Let's Play, because I can't just leave it without...
What was I kept stuttering, like, thinking back on it, I was like, I thought I was pretty professional from the start and, like, had a good idea of how to do it. Looking back on it now, I just did not know how to talk into a microphone, like, fluently. Like, I still do it now, like, every now and then I'll stutter, but I have a general idea of how words form in my head. But this is just embarrassing.
One, and I feel like it's going to be a while before I get Facecam software stuff. So, and I've just realised my music stopped. Well, we'll see if it's actually stopped completely.
What was that awkward pause, man? Oh, that awkward pause. That was cringy as all hell. Right, yeah, I remember starting this series because either he just finished his own series or he was in the middle of it. One of the YouTubers who inspired me to start my own channel, one of my favourite YouTubers, still is. I just don't have the time to watch him anymore, which is a shame. But Rage Gaming Videos, he did a series on this, and his audio quality was also terrible during his series of it. But there's actually an episode in the series, so if I just click on this, oh god, I broke the whole thing. There's an episode here. Where's it gone? Awkward Stories, yes. The way he formatted his videos, like, he'd play the game, he'd do a bit of talking about the game, but he'd always have a story, like, to tell in the video. So this was the first time I tried that, and I like, this was the funniest story ever to me. Now, I want to see something before we actually...
Hello and welcome.
Yes, do you hear that? It only comes out the left side. I don't know what happened. My microphone broke, my headset broke. I still got the headset in my drawer, but it broke, and the audio only comes out the left side. So let's see if we can find this awkward story.
So I was on the bus going to Ashton, and I was sat next to the window because, you know...
I like how I mentioned the place that I was going to. Like, nobody knows that place unless you're from the area. But I have a lot of viewers, and I knew I had a lot of viewers from outside of England and probably outside of Manchester and the area that I live. So for me to mention the town, that's just completely irrelevant. That just makes me laugh.
The window seat's the best. Everyone knows that. Like, in a car, apart from in a car, I like sit in the middle for some reason. Like, no one else likes to sit in the middle but me. But anyway,
just get on with the story.
Sidetracked. Sat next to the window, just looking out. You know, as you do. Nothing to do on a bus. You just sort of sit and stare out the window.
Yes, we've established this. We've already gone over this.
I was looking outside, and this person saw me.
Can we just, like, recap how many times I said I was looking out the window, I was looking outside, or something to that effect? I was in the window seat, I was looking out the window, I was looking outside in the window seat, out the window. Jesus, man.
Looking, and I sort of like was looking at in their direction, and they must have thought that I was looking at them. So what this person decided to do, oh, it must look so weird, right? What this person decided to do, oh, the play system 2.
Right, just get on with the story. It's making me cringe how long it's taking me.
Not play system.
That was my awkward story. That has taken me 3 minutes to tell that whole story. What was I doing back then? Oh, my whole life is just like... Oh, I've just cringed at myself too much. Series Saturdays is a series in itself, with little series in the middle. So to see the evolution of it is like watching the evolution of the channel, which is very nice, which is what I really like about Series Saturdays. So I was trying this thing, I was testing this thing called Test Subjects, which is kind of what I do with the You Choose thing, but not in as much detail anymore. But what I used to do was I would play a game, first episode, my first impressions of the game, and that could be a possibility if people liked it and if I liked it for Series Saturdays. I could ultimately pull one that wasn't a test subjects video and just completely start a new series. But those test subjects were trying to create a new Series Saturdays initially from the start. So this was me playing Portal, and this was still with my bad mic where it only comes out the left. So
hello and welcome. Today I'm playing Portal.
It's stuck.
The first Portal.
Oh,
not
it
the
works.
second one, because I didn't have enough money. Even though it's on sale, I still don't have enough money.
It's still
I'm
true to this
recording
day. I
on
don't have
Saturday,
enough
same
money.
day I recorded Game Dev Tycoon. So as you know,
I sound so done with life. I used to record after I got home from school, and like at that time, like school was really difficult. Just because it was like GCSE time, and I was working hard. I wasn't working as hard as I could have done, but I was definitely working hard. So that's why I sound so done. And I didn't change the resolution because I didn't know a lot about computers back then. Didn't know resolution was a thing. So that's why there's a border, a weird border.
I'm ill.
Oh, maybe that's why I sound
was
done.
going to do Super Meat Boy today, and I'm really upset that because Super Meat Boy is one of those games where you have to be in the mood, you have to be energetic, a bit like Crash Tastic. You have to be in.
Oh, Crash Tastic! Do you remember that game? Oh wow, that's incredible. Yeah, so I had not played Portal before this, which is, I know, a newbie era. It didn't come in like in 2008 or something. Yeah, but of course I played Portal. I loved Portal. I still do love Portal. It's one of the, in my opinion, it's genuinely one of the best games ever. Just because of its uniqueness. People tried to copy it, but
Oh, so I wouldn't actually die in IRL. I wouldn't die IRL. Oh, you're all dirty little liars. Like Templars, like Abstergo.
oh yeah, this was about the time that I was getting into all the Assassin's Creed games. So I made a lot of references to that in my videos. I'd got into them in like 2012, something like that. But I'd started playing all of them, like all the way through, and yeah, I was getting really into them. So that's why that reference probably came up a lot of times.
Assassin's Creed reference. Just in case you didn't know.
Who wouldn't know that? Yeah, there was a video. I think it might have been this one. I spat all over my mic. Where I got a brand new mic, and you can probably tell. Is it this one? Hello and welcome. Today I am back playing Portal. I think this is part 7 now. We're getting very near the end. And if you haven't realised, microphone hasn't cut out in one ear. Both channels are recording now because I got my new microphone today. Okay, this is when I was starting to understand a bit more about how to record and what sounded good. Because to me, when I started, that was the best sounding thing in the world. It was just, yeah, and now I've got this. Like, this is not the best microphone in the world. It's really cheap. But it's really good. I mean, I've got it on quite a bit of a boost, which is not ideal, but it still sounds really good. So, you know, you don't need a massive amount of money to make professional videos. This mic does fine, and this came with the pop filter, the microphone, and the swivel arm for like £30. So, yeah, it doesn't cost a lot of money to get yourself kitted out with decent equipment. And that was about the time that I was discovering that, because this microphone that I was using in this video cost me about I think it was like 10 quid or something like that. So Yeah, it's real cheap.
And I volume tested it. It's whacked up to full.
None of you care that I volume tested it, but I still used to mention it, and I think I still do in some videos. But I don't need to mention it. None of you guys care that I did that. Yeah, that's awesome, and I loved the ending. I absolutely loved the ending of Portal. Okay, now moving on to Walking Dead. Oh god, I'd already played this. I'd bought it for YouTube because I hadn't played it before. But I played it before I had the capacity to record it for YouTube, and that's actually the reason I got my HDMI YPBPR recording box. So I've had that for longer than I think I have. I've had it for about 2 years now. But this was the first series that I used Facecam with. I didn't use it in the first episode because I didn't have the software at that time. But something happened in the first episode. The recording completely messed up, and there was nothing that I could do about that. It wasn't. No, actually, it wasn't even the recording. YouTube just uploaded it weird, and no matter what I did, it wouldn't fix it. So if we just watch
welcome today.
This weird glitching. Let me just mute this, and it goes on all the way through. This weird glitching where there's like a weird overlay of the previous frames, and then they kind of phase out. And sometimes it shows a nice clear scene, and then it jumps to being all broken again like that. So I have no idea why that happened, but I'm still really annoyed about that. I wish I could go back and do it, but it would ruin the effect of the series, because in the end of the day, you can still kind of see what's going on, and you know, my commentary's still there, so I didn't want to have to redo all that. So by the fifth, is that the fifth? Yeah, the fifth episode of this, I labelled them by series and episode because by then I knew there was already series 2 out. So when I say episode 1, I don't mean my episode 1, I mean the game's episode 1, and then I gave it a separate title. But this was the first video I did Facecam with, and let's look how awkward I am when I start it.
Hello, welcome today.
I don't even look at the camera. Oh. I didn't even look at the camera. I was looking in my viewfinder in my laptop to make sure it was recording. Oh, let's watch that again. That's brilliant.
Hello, welcome today.
That is actually brilliant. Oh my god, I didn't even look at the camera.
Today I'm back playing The Walking Dead.
Oh, there we go. 2 seconds in, I looked at the camera.
This is episode 2 now.
It was because, I think it was because I just wasn't used to having a camera, that I never had to look at one before. Now I do nothing but look in the camera and make sure Facecam's working fine. I just like to have it because when I'm playing a game, it's about my commentary, but it's also about my reaction. Even if it's something, you know, very serious. Actually, you know what? Even if it's just a casual shooter, you know, or like Skyrim, just an RPG adventure open world game. You know, it's still about my reaction to the game, so that's why I continuously do one in every episode. But yeah, that was the first video that I ever did Facecam in. And actually, let me clear this up as well. I made no, I didn't even try to hide the fact that I hadn't played the game before. I made a point of saying that I played it before, just because I didn't want my things to, people to call me out on being fake. You know, I knew I'd seen the game before, but my emotions in this series were still legit. So when it got to the last episode, if you haven't seen this, by the way, you should probably turn this video off right now, because spoilers alert.
Trying so hard not to cry.
Like legit, that still really hit me.
Quick climb.
Something happened with the audio in this. I don't know what happened, but when I was recording with Xbox, sometimes the audio would go really weird. You can just like, I keep blinking just because like I remember like that moment, and I was just constantly trying to hold back the tears. Like, you just see my face right now. I'm like really sad. And even though I knew that happened, it was still a genuine reaction.
You have no idea the effort I'm putting in not to cry right now.
That's how good of a game it is, really. I still like these games, the Walking Dead games. They hold a real special place in my heart, just because of the power that they have. But yeah, this has got to be one of my favorite series we've ever done on the channel. So because Series 2 was already out of Walking Dead, I decided to go straight on and just do Season 2 straight after Season 1. It only seems fitting. And this was recorded on the Xbox One with the same software. And the recordings came out much better. It was just the YPVPR thing that was a bit faulty. But yeah, I absolutely love this. So let's see the transition from my first video where I never looked at the camera to this where I started. I'd been using it for a while.
Hello and welcome. Today
that's it. Dead look in the camera. You see my progression on YouTube. Like, that was it. Like, eye contact with the camera when I start the video. I still look done. That's a problem. But that's a problem I work on later in my YouTube career. But that I don't know what's happening with the framing there. I'm a bit annoyed at myself because of that. But yeah, there's not much really to say about this. I made this episode a bit longer because I just wanted to get into the game, get immersed in it as far as I could without spoiling it too much. So yeah, I'm gonna jump onto the actual playlist for this game and go to the last episode. Yeah, this game, again, because it's a Walking Dead game for one, but this game had so much power all the way through, even the first episode. Again, if spoilers, don't stop watching right now, but when was it what was his name? Omid? What was his name? Oh my god, I don't remember his name. But yeah, when he died, like, in the first episode, I was like, whoa, this can't happen. And I had to keep playing. And then I thought I got the good ending, which is why I named it.
there, we're back playing The Walking Dead.
That's when I brought Hey There in. Oh, that's been going for longer than I thought it had, because I've only just changed that recently, because Hey There just sounds a bit weird. Like, hey there, yo. So I changed it to Hey guys, I'm Boss Gaming, and today I'm back. Because it's a better introduction to my channel. But like, even, you can see the transition there from the start to the end of a series. I've brought a brand new intro in. And I think somewhere in the middle there was another different one. Which is definitely different. So where's the end of this? Because like in the first Walking Dead, like, it was so badly linked up. You could see, like, when there was a flash on screen, like when Clem shot the gun, it was so far off on my face cam. By this time, I'd gotten better at linking up audio, especially because there's no way to do it with the Xbox. It's kind of hard. I had to do it off flashes, which is how I actually linked up a lot of the Alien Isolation stuff, is like flashes during the gameplay, which was hard to do, but it paid off because it was a really good way to link them up eventually. If you know, once I'd learned how to do it.
I need them.
I'm not leaving
to be
Ken.
safe, and it's safe in there. I know that.
I'm not leaving Ken.
Just
I genuinely
ask someone,
cried
please.
so hard at this.
They won't make it out here.
No.
Please.
Don't make me leave Ken. Please.
It still makes me well up. Like, the power that game had. I love Ken. I love Kenny. He's the best character. Even in season 1, I loved his character. In here, he's took care of us in season 2. And I genuinely, like, sobbed my eyes out at this.
I'll ask.
No.
Just give me a second.
I'm not gonna fucking leave Ken. I'm not going in without Ken.
See, I was genuinely so upset at
We can take
this.
the children, but just the children.
You better give us
Stay
one last
here, where
decision.
it's safe. Where
They
you still
did.
have
That's
a
what I
chance.
loved about this series. They
No,
gave us
no,
that one
no.
last decision. I absolutely loved that ending, and even though it was so emotional, I still remember the feelings that I felt. Like, even here, I was just about to start crying again. That just shows you, like, how much emotion that I'd put into that game. You know, how much dedication I put into finishing that game, into the story, how much I committed to it. Next, we moved on to what I think is one of my favourite games and the best series Saturdays we have ever done. is The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. I wish I could play this again. It may appear with me in it on somewhere else. Keep dropping these little hints everywhere. I wonder if anyone's picking up on them. But yeah, I'd love to play it with an actual frame rate, because at this time I didn't even have my computer. So that just that shows the evolution of Series Saturdays. I was still working off my laptop. I got about 15-20 frames on average through this series, but it was genuinely one of my favorites.
Hey there.
Oh,
New series for Saturday. Yes.
okay. This is when intros started becoming more sloppy, and like the kind of way that I like to do them. I should go back to doing them that way. It's just going with the flow and being like, hey, this is what's happening in this episode. Don't stick with a certain method of doing an intro. And I like that way of doing it. But yeah, there's not much really to say in this episode, other than I didn't really know what was going on. This whole first episode was just me getting all confused about everything and doing like 5 different things at once when I should have been focusing on one. Yeah, because I didn't know what I was doing at the time. But there was one. Is it this one? No. Okay, right. There's 2, because at this time last year it was actually Halloween, which is what this episode is about. So we're gonna do this episode and do the episode before. I dressed up in all kinds of crazy costume stuff for Halloween, because this episode was uploaded on Halloween. And I just thought I'd do something stupid, something silly, because that's what the channel's about, having fun with it. So this is how I introduce the episode.
Hey there, today I'm back playing The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, and because this is uploaded on Halloween, I decided to make myself look as stupid as possible, and I can't even see the camera. I've got that much shit on my face. Not literally, but am I pretty yet?
Yeah, so I introed the video like that, and then I played the whole game like this.
Look at my armpit hair for a little bit.
Oh yeah, I didn't even cut that out. That's the kind of editing I was at.
Volume up as well. Right, that's up.
So I played the whole episode like that, with all that crap on my face. I was so warm. But it was just for fun. It was just a nice change of pace, something different to do. And, it's a one-off. You don't get it every year. So I did a couple of new things at the time I did the series, which is why I absolutely loved it. It just made me giggle, It was just... it made me laugh. At the time I uploaded this video, I was going through some personal stuff at the time, and doing stuff like this, it always cheer me up. Being stupid, falling down. What I'm not saying I'm a comedian. I'm not saying I'm a comedy genius or anything. But in comedy, what you do is the comedian falls down so that the viewers don't have to. That's how comedy works. You make a prat of yourself for other people's viewing, which is what I did here, and it just cheered me up no end. So yeah, and what I love about YouTube and Series Saturdays, like I said, Series Saturdays is a series in itself, but within it a series that span over a longer time. So it acts like a diary for me. I remember the time of my life that I was at during the time I was doing these series, which is it's very important. It's important to me anyway. But I wanted to show this episode because this is the first scare. Right, this is the first scare I got in this game. I didn't realize it was actually like a scary game. But let's go. Let's just
start singing.
Oh, look at the frame rate. Oh no.
They said to walk no further, but how can I not?
I'm not even in frame on the camera.
I'm genuinely scared.
Because I used to record and I used to just like slink down every now and then. I've got better at doing that because I've, for my back, for my health, like actual health, sitting up while I'm recording is a lot better for me. So that was before I even do that. I used to record like over here, and it was just not a good time.
What is going on?
Right, come on. I just wanted to get to the scare. Come on. So basically, this minor ghost thing came out, and he jump scared me pretty bad. That face. I just like crouched there. I was too scared to move in case it was like in case I was running and he could hear me or something. Because I was playing Alien Isolation around the same time as this, so I was getting paranoid about running away from enemies because the alien can hear you and stuff. So instead of doing that, I just crouched. I just crouched and camped in this little corner.
Oh my god, there's a person. No, that's a ghost.
And then he disappeared. That was not put on. That was genuinely not put on. I love doing edits like this. They just always make me giggle. Just silly edits like slow-mo replays. I don't do as much horror anymore. That's for my health as well. But yeah, just silly things like that. Definitely. It just that's the time I was starting to learn a bit more about editing as well. Again, it acts like a diary. I remember what I was doing at this time in my life, YouTube wise and not YouTube wise. So yeah, that was probably the first scare I had in a game that wasn't a horror game, wasn't like explicitly a horror game. So this is the first series I did with my computer, which I'm still recording with now. And I started this series around Christmas time. Just after I'd built my computer. I built my computer like a couple of weeks before Christmas. It should have been about 3 weeks before Christmas, but those of you who watched the channel and the vlogs back then knew that a lot of things went wrong in that week. Like I was robbed, like out of my bank account, so I couldn't afford to buy replacement parts that I needed to because parts that shipped for my computer hadn't worked, and a lot of things went wrong in that week. So that week I took a complete week off YouTube because I was so done with everything. But then this was the first series Saturdays I recorded on my new computer.
Hey there.
Definitely wasn't. Oh, what's with that white balance? I'm like orange. I look like Donald Trump with brown hair. I like my hairstyle though. I wish I could go back to that hairstyle. I've been thinking of dyeing my hair recently, but anyway, let's get back to this. There's not really much to say, other than this game definitely wasn't my favorite, but I enjoyed it.
Let's comment on what we should call him. Think of a cute name, like Snowball. Because that's the name of the. Isn't that the name of the cat in Simpsons?
I think it was, wasn't it? Isn't it the name of the? Yeah. So that was the time during this series where I was like trying to get the audience more involved. I think I did the first You Choose for this as well. Oh no, I did the first You Choose for Vanishing of Ethan Carter. Sorry. But people also voted this for the second one, for second time round. I think that's what happened. So I was trying to get the audience more involved in like name like what I should name the fox, because he didn't have a name. But did anyone actually comment? Nope. Yeah, I even now I don't get many comments, and that's fine. It's just like I make that effort to try and get the audience involved if they want to be, and if they don't, that's fine. So yeah, there's not really much more to say about this series. Let's jump into the playlist for it. What do I really remember? Rage. Why was I raging at this game? Oh my god, this was when I got my camera. Yeah, I think I got my new camera. Wait, wasn't this one, was it? Was it? No, I was still recording like that. I turned my desk around. So in all the other previous series Saturdays, even on the first episode of this, my desk was like rotated around this way, and I was like facing this way, and the screen was coming at me from here. So I must have changed it somewhere in the series. And then the episode after that, which is only a week, I got a new camera. Oh, which is cool. So that was the first series Saturdays I recorded with this camera in this format. I didn't even have this microphone at the time. Wow, that's interesting. Why was I raging at this game? I don't remember. Let's have a look at this.
You didn't just.
What happened?
You just did that, didn't you? Wait, what the hell am I... No, because I'm... Yeah, because that's how science works, man. Come on, game, just get your stuff together. Really, please. What am I trying?
I don't know. I don't remember why I raged at the game. It was just me being bad at the game. But for some reason I got mad, and you know, something must have happened that week that just put me in a bad mood. But yeah, apparently I got mad at the game. I don't remember why. Oh yeah, and I forgot I put the Fox Tales DLC in this. That was interesting because that brought a new dynamic into the game, because you could like go in. Wait, could you go in your boat always? No, because why would I?
Today I'm playing.
Why would I name the episode "Row Row Row Your Boat" if you couldn't go in a boat? Yeah, let's have a look at this. I forgot about that. To me, I forgot I did the DLC with it as well.
First game.
Oh yeah.
I have to keep pressing.
Yeah, so you learn how to row a boat. So you know, actually, I did enjoy that series. From what I remember, it just wasn't my favourite. And having played Vanishing of Ethan Carter before that, it had a lot to live up to. Not saying it was a bad game. That's just giving props to Vanishing of Ethan Carter for setting the bar high. So you know, it was still a great game, but Vanishing of Ethan Carter was like up here, and having that being the previous series Saturdays, that's probably why I you know, think in my head that I didn't enjoy it as much as I did, but it was genuinely enjoyable. So this was the first actual horror game that I had done for Series Saturdays, which was Fran Bow. At the time I was watching, I watched Jacksepticeye do his. I didn't watch all the way through, but I watched Jacksepticeye play this, and thought, hey, that could be a pretty cool series for a Series Saturdays. It was very dark, from what I remember. If I go to this point, I think my reaction shows how disgusted I was with it.
Mom? Dad?
Oh yeah, this was the first series I did voices for as well. I forgot about that.
Oh, shit. Please don't. Oh, fuck. Mommy. Daddy. Holy shit. Oh my, fuck my.
Yeah, so this was the first proper horror experience I'd had. And yeah, it's something I'll never forget, let's put it like that. But at the time I was starting to do Undertale, I think, around this sort of time. So for that reason, I started doing voices for this as well, which I love doing, you know, getting into the characters. I don't think there's really much more to say for this. I didn't even put the link to the full series in this. Whoops, well I messed up, didn't I? Oh, yeah, I remember this game having really complex puzzles, but I was dead proud because I could solve most of them. Let's put it like that. But one thing that I didn't actually show was sometimes I did look up solutions. Just because of college work at the time, I didn't have time to keep recording for long periods of time, and I didn't want the series to drag out forever. But if you can see this here, at this time, this was the time that I had the hater on the channel, and every video was getting 3 or 4 dislikes every time, and it was the same person, which is so stupid. But yeah, I remember that. I just remember powering that off as just being so stupid, and it was entertaining to me, you know. It just made me laugh more than anything. But yeah, that was definitely something interesting. Okay, so this was Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. I started doing a lot more research on how long games were, because a couple of series had been a bit too long. Like Fran Bow went on for a very, very, very long time, which is part of the reason that I cheated on some of the puzzles. So I was trying to find shorter series, but some of them turned out to be too short. So this game was different to what I was used to. I was always going for story-based games, but let's just watch a little bit of this. It was just different to the way stories normally portrayed, and it was more of an adventure game than anything. Stop it. There's weird noises and it's freaking me out. Oh, this is so cool though. Can I can't run, I don't believe. Unless it's no. Okay. The noise is a little bit creepy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a bit of a horror vibe from it, even though I know it's not that. Ah, this is the light that they were talking about that leads to what? Whoa, what? Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Right, do I have to... What? What are you talking about? First time I encountered this, I didn't know what I was doing. I'm so confused about... Wait, what? So yeah, I just remember... I genuinely still like this game. It's just... It was a lot different, and I don't think it really suited the vibe of Series Saturdays or the pattern or the ones that came that came before. But it's still a really cool game, and thing that really sold it to me was that it was set in England. I had to love it for that reason. You know, not many games are set in England, but genuinely a really good game. Still very story based. I feel like I rushed a lot of it because I didn't know how long it was. I could have found more secrets, definitely. And that showed, I think in the last episode of it, I was a bit disappointed. But I think I even talked about that. This was a lot of a very short episode because I left it at a weird point in the last one. Like it finished... Yeah, it finished there, 15 minutes. And I went on for another 10 minutes about my whole thought process about the game. But it was definitely... I remember this episode. I kept doing like weird accents, and I don't remember why.
Hey there, today I'm back playing. Everybody's gone
I
to
think-
Rapture, another
oh, no.
Series Saturdays, and it's raining in this game. So Lizzie's story.
Where did I find the pedlos? Let me find the pedlos again. Here we go. Let's go to this point because I remember doing an Irish accent and it was terrible.
Is that a lake? Oh my god, I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it
Then-
a lot.
there's
You
the
get it?
observatory. It's a pedlo. Oh, to be sure, boys. It's a pedlo. We'll take a pedlo out on the water.
That is the worst Irish accent I have ever heard. Oh, but I remember that. That's the thing. Obviously, that wasn't too long ago, but I remember it, and people enjoyed this series. It got a lot more views than the previous one, Frambeau. That didn't get many views, but it still got some. So I enjoyed it. Okay, the penultimate Series Saturdays we have to look at. I suppose it's actually the final one. It's the most recent completed one. Is the Assembly. I really like this game. I think it could have been done a lot better, but anyway, I mentioned all of that in the video. But I remember playing this first episode and being very curious about it, which is why I wrote What is Cassius for the title. Because it showed me a puzzle aspect that wasn't really prominent through the whole game, which I liked, but then they lost, which is a shame.
I don't care.
I just completely destroyed them. But yeah, they had weird puzzles like this,
Okay.
and they could have done it all the way through the game, but
So-
they didn't. And for that
Wait,
reason,
what?
this definitely isn't my favorite series, but it was
So
still a good
confused.
series. So yeah, I enjoyed it. For some reason, I didn't add all the videos in here. I think there is only one more, to be fair, but for some reason, I didn't add them in here. That's very strange. But let's go to this video. I remember this video. Wait, what? I just got a notification from YouTube, but this video took me 40 minutes, and because I couldn't figure out this final puzzle, wherever it was. Where is it? Here it is. This puzzle only went on for a little while. Where did I start it? Here. It only went on for 10 minutes in the video, but I was
My signal
I was
went. But I
recording
don't know, so we're gonna have to.
this puzzle for about 30 minutes on its own. So where is it? Where did I finish it? Come on, load up for me.
Goddamn right.
Right. So there was a couple of points where I just cut it completely and was just like, no, I'm not putting that in.
Work. I mean, I just too. This puzzle's too simple for my mind. Never gonna work. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, do.
You could tell I was losing it and just.
Are you off now? Why aren't you off? Hold on. It's never gonna work.
I was
no matter what
convinced the game was just like completely screwing me, but it wasn't. It was just me being bad at the game. So eventually I solved the puzzle, and yeah, I just remember that vividly because I was getting so mad. And it was, it always heats up in this room, which is a problem. not so much a problem in winter, but at the time, like August, still like summertime. So especially it's like the time we get summer in England as well. So yeah, that puzzle just completely annihilated me. And now that takes us to the current series status, which I missed in episode 4, but I've made this extra long video, the evolution of Series Saturdays. I hope that makes up for it. Plus, I've been wanting to do one of these, like, reacting to my old videos, but I didn't want to do just the generic, like, reacting to any old videos. Series Saturdays is a thing that's always going to stay. You know, the Boss Gaming, like, I suppose, the Boss Gaming, what do you call it, like, business, I can't think of the word, but, you know what I mean, like, the Boss Gaming thing is always going to be a thing. And Series Saturdays is always going to be a thing, because that's the selling point of this channel for me. Like, I think that's different to, no, people do dedicated series, but they don't call them out as dedicated series. Like, they used to be like Let's Plays, weekly playthrough, stuff like that. People used to call them series, but now people just play them and get on with it. But I want a dedicated story, to be on the channel every week, just because that's what I liked. That's why I subscribed to people when I was, watching YouTube and not doing it. I don't watch as much YouTube as I used to. And part of the reason is because I don't have as much time as I used to. But another reason is because I'm doing YouTube, it's very boring for me to, do a lot of work for YouTube, upload to YouTube, publish on YouTube, and then go away and watch somebody else's videos on YouTube. So I watch a lot of anime, a lot of TV, a lot of Netflix, a lot of other stuff that isn't YouTube, just because that's healthy. That's a healthy way to do it. And I got very bored when all I was doing was watching YouTube. But for now, I'm gonna leave this video here. This was very strange. I've never done anything like this before. I didn't think it'd take this long, but things just kept coming back to me. And this whole channel, especially series, including series, I won't say especially, but this whole channel is like a diary to me. If I went back and watched old videos, I would remember the point in my life that I was at when I made that video, the day I recorded it, when I was editing it, any problems, that I had when I was editing it. It's all very important to me, and this Series Saturday thing is very important. But for now, I will see you in the next one. Bye! Suck on my nards, why don't you? Oh, well...